Have you ever felt so lonely in your life that you've had to resort to using dating apps in order to find love? I have not. I don't really have that problem. It's like no matter what I do, like whenever I step outside, men and women, like I don't discriminate there, no matter who it is. If I bat an eye to them, they just start to fawn over me. As you can see by my amazing looks and confidence, it is tough being me. I can't even go outside without, women's panties dropping or guys' dicks getting hard. It's really tough being me. So I've had to isolate myself in this room. That way I save the world from my devilish charms here. But for some people, it's not that easy. Some people have to go through different lengths in order to find their significant other out there. They'd have to go through dating apps, go out in the wild, maybe go to like a Barnes & Noble or a bar. It's difficult, especially now in this day and age. Finding love is like picking a needle out of a haystack. There is just so many things going on the dating scene where you have to have certain criteria met by a certain person, depending on who you are. Not saying that it's all bad, but it is kind of hard now to find a good relationship in the whole online dating scene. In fact, it's gotten so bad to the point that some people are using dating apps during work in like life and death situations because it's such a big priority now.
I was shocked, I was embarrassed, I was angry.
We're now hearing from Riverside County Sheriff and Republican gubernatorial candidate Chad Bianco talking about what we spotted from SkyCow. It's a highly trained SWAT deputy appearing to be on a dating app during a standoff with an armed suspect. Now, that incident happened last week when a pursuit suspect crashed after a grappler failed to bring the suspect's car to stop. SkyCow captured this overhead during the standoff with the sheriff's SWAT team. We could see that while many of the officers had their weapons drawn and were at the ready, one officer appeared to be scrolling through a dating app. We had a chance to ask the sheriff what he thought about it yesterday after he said he was launching an investigation.
First off, that guy who is on the sky cam, like on the helicopter, that guy's a goddamn snitch. Heaven forbid this man wants to find love out there. It's tough. It's tough for, men nowadays. We can't find a girlfriend for shit. But man, this guy, he was on a mission right here. He was dedicated to that whole gooner lifestyle where he was just swiping left and right trying to find his ideal partner, waiting for this whole shootout to go out. And even like the guys over in the truck, they were all like ready to go. I just can't stop laughing at that. It's so funny how these guys are just like guns ready to go, like saying, all right, are we ready for this? We ready to like go in here and like fuck some shit up? And he's like, hold on, I'm swiping right now and I'm messaging her trying to get a good time for this date. It's like something you'd see on Family Guy or something. And you know what? I can't really blame the guy. A whole like SWAT session where they're trying to pounce on this one dude can last for hours. So I'm not surprised that phones were taken out, that this guy was like kind of biding his time waiting for stuff to happen, because these things can last a long time. I even had an instance where it was in my neighborhood. There was a whole SWAT team going out of one of my neighbors for some reason. I didn't really ask. I just saw them like going after it because I was like backing out of my house one time, and I guess they were there for like 4 or 5 hours. And I was just like, hey, I need to get out of here and go to work. And the cop came up to me and he's like, hey, do you really need to go? We're about to get this guy. And I'm like, yeah, you've been going at this for like a good 5 hours. I don't know why you can't just go in there, guns blazing, and just finish what you need to do, because this is just taking too long. Like, just get down to business already. But this whole incident started because there was a whole grappler situation. I don't know if you've seen them, but the whole police car thing where you can stop a high-speed chase by putting in a grappler system underneath the car that slows the tires down. I think this is one of those failed attempts at those where it kind of just derailed and everything just got out of whack. You can kind of see in the video where he hits a brick wall, and I guess he was just trying to run away. And I guess he was holed up in the house too. Like, I guess it's just because he was armed, but like, seriously, you have more people out there than the one dude who was in there, so why couldn't you just go in there and get the situation covered? I know I'm like going off on a tangent right here, going off on the whole like what was going on in this whole crime scene, but man, that's just dumb.
That is not representative of my department. I am unbelievably over the top proud of my SWAT team, and it was a slap in the face to them. It was an embarrassment to them, and that's what I felt for. It should not have happened. It is intolerable in this line of work, and we will ensure that nothing like that ever happens again.
We also asked him about this device, the grappler in front of the police car that did not work that day.
Yeah, I don't really know if you're more interested in the whole grapple system and how that works. I'm more interested in if this guy was able to get lucky that night. He was swiping right and, he ended up getting a match. I'm more focused on that because I really hope this guy ended up getting a date after his whole heroic work. Because who says heroes can't find love? This guy is going through a whole Superman situation where he's trying to get with Lois Lane, but Lois Lane is on Tinder and he's trying to match up with her. And you know what? I kind of disagree with this whole guy saying that he was disappointed in this whole SWAT team. Saying how he should not be trying to find a relationship or go on a whole dating app while this whole thing is going underway. I kind of disagree. I know it's a bit unprofessional and everything, but I don't know why the guy was so focused on zooming in, seeing how he was trying to find a girlfriend. Like I said earlier, these things last a long time. You're going to be waiting there for a while to see what's going to happen. It's not like it's a world war or anything like that. It's just some guy was crazy in a car and they're just waiting for this guy to come out. It's not that hard. You can just hang around, do whatever. As long as you got a few guys trained on the guy, who cares? Now, even though the standoff took a long time, it ended up where the suspect that they were trying to capture was, dead. He had self-inflicted gunshot wounds, and they were just going through there with robots and everything, all these different tools. But the whole thing ended off with nothing really happening at the end. And now they're going on to say that they're gonna launch an investigation against this guy and no disciplinary action has been met. I don't know what kind of disciplinary action could there be. Heaven forbid this guy does have a life. He has life outside of work, obviously. Come on, just give the guy a break. He wants to find something. He wants to be with someone at the end of the day, go home to just hey babe, it's been a long day. We had this long pursuit. Can I please get a hug? Maybe he just wants that. Maybe he just wants to find a nice relationship out there. And this guy's cock blocking him. In fact, I would say that the head of this department is just in fact jealous of this guy, that he's got the balls to go off on a whole siege or whatever while multitasking at the same time, trying to find a girlfriend. I think that takes more character right there, and that's the kind of dedication we need in our SWAT teams. Not afraid to die and not afraid to goon either. That's the kind of motto they should live by. Also, this does just come to mind, but going with the whole SWAT team, it kind of just reminds me of the whole Rainbow Six Siege thing. I've never played the game personally. I've seen a lot of clips on it, but I like to think that this is the kind of thing where, how you pull out your little robotic car to try and go in and find where the bombs are, and you go through all the plates, you kind of see what the hostages are, you kind of just go scoping through, but you use your phone for it. I would love it if they ended up making a whole thing around this guy, this whole thing, where instead of trying to find a hostage, you're trying to find a girlfriend. So you're trying to pull up your phone and you're going through different matches left and right, swiping, and it's just kind of tailored to the whole thing, and you have to do it right before the siege ends, and then it ends off with you going off to an Olive Garden or something, happy into the end of the day, going through your life saying, so what's your life like? What do you do? It's oh, I'm a SWAT officer. It's oh yeah, did you have work today? Yeah, it was pretty good. You can kind of see me doing my thing, gun ready to go, phone in hand. It was a pretty crazy, mission right there. Anyway, you want to go watch Netflix? Stuff like that would be so funny. I just cannot fault this guy. It's so hilarious to see this kind of thing happen. Just let the man live his life, find love, find happiness. Because he has a life outside of the whole force. He's, wanting to retire here pretty soon. He wants to live the nice life retired, holding hands with someone, laying in a bed for two. He's probably got a twin size, wants to move up to a queen here pretty soon. Because you know what? In times of need, the heroes come to save us, but who's going to save the heroes? That is a good question right there. We need someone to, love these guys, make sure they're happy, and get ready to go back and save the world once again. That's the kind of thing we need in this world. And I think this guy was, trying his best because maybe he does need that love. So this was pretty silly. I just wanted to talk about it because it just made me laugh so hard. I was just really laughing at how stupid this was. But let me know what y'all think on that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. See ya.